No, but he is like just a sick opera for this team.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's going to have a big impact, and on Mirage, very friendly to operas.
Well, now we're actually live inside this game, Launders. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for this matchup between Cloud9 versus CLG. First one here on Mirage. And it is Ethan, Hayes, Sabrosa, Cutler, and Kusa on the T side up against Shroud, Automatic, Skadoodle, Stewie 2K, and Nothing. First to fall is going to be Skadoodle of Cloud9. One tap coming in from Stewie 2K and Nothing, though, on this retake. Bomb is down. 3 guys alive now for CLG with Hayes on the staircase. Met up soon here with one of his teammates, but now it's going to stay quiet.
Yeah, they just run into a brick wall. They had the entry that they wanted. They had everything they could have liked to get into that site, except there were no smokes down towards CT spawn, so a couple easy kills for Cloud9. And now with these advanced positions, CLG is going to take it much slower. They have to rotate Sub-Rosa back around through T-spawn so he can help his teammates. So basically, Hayes and Ethan are just chilling. They just have to try and stay alive until Sub-Rosa can get into the fight. And at the moment, they're in such a dangerous spot from so many angles.
Mind you, this is CLG's map choice, and Cloud9 choosing to start on the CT side. We have 40 seconds left on the clock right now, and we're still trying to scout for some information for Hayes, and he gets spotted there from Automatic at
He gets crushed, basically, is what happens. He just dropped. And Ethan now, jumping into the window, hitting Nothing. Oh, that's a nice shot, the burst fire. If Sabrosa can get another one here, if he could slow this down, one more kill to even things up. They know Stewie's under balcony, but that doesn't matter because Stewie's just going to drop another one. 2 kills for him, and Nothing cleans it out. So pistol on the way of Cloud9.
Young Blood's trying to clear it out here for CLG to set the pace for Mirage, but it gets totally denied now. Great plays here from Cloud9 to at least prevent CLG from making at least a bomb plant at the A site. Ethan, the only one with 2 kills, so everybody else totally shut down, as you mentioned.
I mean, a lot of those kills from Cloud9, it's just tough to stop, right? They're just getting, it's that first bullet was just so accurate out of Nothing guarding up towards Palace. Drops one easily, so there's no chance there for CLG to just get a missed shot so they can actually push forward. And now, I mean, there's not a whole lot of utility in this one, so not too many options open. You can see Shroud's going to get some information very early on. As soon as he spots one, that's a long pathway that has to get taken by CLG.
Well, now with 1:28 on the clock, CLG are still posted up here for any type of takes. And there's going to be Shroud trying to find some information.
Well, now we're just kind of waiting at the moment, and
that's why we're not saying anything right now.
It's everyone's stalled out, so no one really choosing exactly where to go at the moment.
So far, though, there is going to be some information with the smoke towards the A side. Also, an incendiary being thrown from the CTs into the Palace. Still this 5-on-5. Hayes is going to be the first one to contact coming inside of A. Face-to-face, it's going to be Skadoodle that wins it, but the rest of them are running inside the B site. Shroud going for the jump scout. That's 1. That's 2. Close range. And Automatic sweeps over the last 2 in the UMP. And now it is going to be 2-0 for Cloud9.
Getting a little fancy there with the jump shots. That's not bad at all. So Hayes couldn't get anything done. That was just attempted to be a little bit of a fake. See if maybe if he gets 1 kill, perhaps pull a rotation away. But Shroud's just styling.
That would have been hilarious if that was like the jumping P250 kill, but stolen away from Automatic.
That's given me a little bit of nightmares. That's hitting too close to home.
Oh, this is now going to be 2 unanswered rounds. CLG, they didn't get any plants on the first or second round, so they really want to play it conservatively here.
Right. Normally after that, if there's a plan in the first round, you could see either a buy in the third, or if they want to be really, really aggressive, it's a buy in the second. So without those, they don't really feel like they have an option. Some good damage dealt onto Sub-Rosa, though.
Yep, they spotted him towards upper B, but here's a smoke for them to try to execute here towards A. But it's denied here by Hayes. But is it a fake? Soon to find out. The rest of CLG, 4 guys alive. Sub-Rosa with only 16 HP by being tagged by Shroud earlier on at upper B. Then finally killed. And moving on, the last 2 guys inside the A bomb site, Nothing holding under that balcony, chimes in with the 2 kills, and now we'll see this real gun run coming through between Cloud9 and CLG.
This will be the next big test. I mean, we saw the aggression, on Pisteron from Ethan. Really liked it when his aggressiveness in towards jungle and window room, and he's got to keep that up. Even if they go on this losing streak, they have to make sure that they have those players that have all this talent that performed so well yesterday. They need to keep up that kind of aggression, because the big difference they're going to face is, we talked about how much better the Mirage looked from day 1 to day 2. Well, Ethan's not going to be able to win all the 1-on-2s, all the 1-on-1s, all those clutches against this team, because he really carried them against NRG. It's going to be a little bit different here against Cloud9.
All right, well, it looks like we will have a pause going on right now. So going into this gun round, which should be the default right now, Jason, what do you expect to see that CLG should execute? Because this is their map pick.
Well, I mean, Mirage, the name of the game is that mid control, right? The question is going to be, do they have money for an AWP? Can they put one on Cutler so that he can support his teammates properly? And getting that mid control moving on from there, there's just so many options that open up, obviously. But the problem is they're going to have to, I mean, you even saw on the pistol round, there's so many good crossfires that were set up by Cloud9.
Yeah.
So they have to find ways to be able to put pressure on sites without fully committing to them.
Starts off with an op shot being heard twice at the mid side, so they know that Skadoodle does upgrade to that AWP. Meanwhile, we do have smokes to cover up all on that mid side, and that prevents CLG from getting any of that mid control. Nothing pushing all the way up towards that ramp. Opening kill onto Hayes.
That's sick as well. Good damage on a Sabrosa. That's a delayed mid take, and that's so well done. It's just a couple seconds later than you'd expect it normally. And you can see Kusa, that smoke just now clearing, so that blocks off any ability that he was able to have in this into this round.
Now a spray happening from Sabrosa up on that cat. Trying to battle it out as they heard another op shot, so they now expect this double off setup from Cloud9, speaking of CLG. And Cutler is the one that's wielding the op on his own for CLG side. So Shroud posted up here, scouting before with that upper B, so interesting enough for Cloud9 to go for this double op setup. Is this something that we see often these days for Cloud9 with this new lineup on Mirage?
Yeah, the crazy thing is they have so many different players that can utilize it. I mean, Shroud is not the number one you normally see. Stewie's done it. Automatic's done it in the past as well. So, I mean, they have a lot of versatility in a lot of these players. And this is, I mean, you can just see by the layout, this is going to be a little bit difficult as this hit comes in. And there's a nice pick from Cutler. That's huge.
That was the op battle there from mid side up on Catwalk. Here comes the execution from CLG, because they will call that. But look at this. Such a huge find from Stewie 2K, and gets a 2K. Kusa then retaliates back onto Automatic towards that connector, but nothing, chimes in on a 2K of his own. And that's the gun round denied on it to CLG.
I mean, just this is that aggressiveness that players that makes Stewie so difficult to play against, because he's going to get aggressive at some point, and you just never know. And it keeps you so honest knowing that he's effective with it. And that time, I mean, no one from CLG clears out Palace late in the round, so Stewie's just got a couple free kills and makes sure that hit isn't effective even before it begins.
Now 4 rounds. Deficit for CLG, trying to go for a push with the pistols. And they're getting denied again towards this mid side. Opera inside that window. That's going to be Skadoodle. Automatic with the crossfire setup as well. Cutler trying to get the peaks up towards this mid side, but a smoke has been bloomed. They're forced to fall back in their tracks. But really, Cloud9 is not bringing the fight towards them. They get these smokes going through, then they just reset their positions.
Well, we talked about mid-control being exactly what you want on Mirage. Well, this is 2 rounds in a row now where Cloud9 has had it. This time it's just against the pistols, obviously, but even in that last gun round, that delayed push, the fact that they continuously are denying this to CLG, that's going to be so tough, because now if mid it can never be gained by CLG, they don't really have a whole lot of places to really start their attacks. Then they just have to fall on those executes on the B or the A bomb site, and that becomes very easy for Cloud9 to read.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistiming there. Shroud is looking back towards the upper halls. Ethan, as soon as he walks in, made it towards the underpass to get the backstab onto Kusta. Ethan at least picks up the AK-47 and is now stuck on a 4 versus 1, but doesn't make it past the upper B halls. Automatic sweeps him down, and we now have a 5-0 scoreline.
Quickly, so another buy going to be coming out. So another chance for CLG, and this time this is where it really gets to wonder, are they going to switch things up? Because of the mid pressure that happened on the first gun round, do they go for something else? Do they try and force it back if it's going to be there? How much respect are they going to give that potential aggression from the CT side?
And they have sort of expected it at the start, playing it very passively here. Skadoodle still spamming with this op. Automatic gonna try to lay ground here with this incendiary grenade towards the underpass, keeping them from moving up.
Hayes now trying to work something, and he is the player who's kind of opened things up for his team in the past. He is kind of that player who's been a pretty successful entry fragger for his team. And this is a huge battle, but Ethan cannot find him through the fence. Stewie still being aggressive. And that's going to be so worrying. That's going to make CLG so paranoid. Even Automatic winning that battle. There goes Hayes. And no ability to trade either of these kills from the CLG side. Shroud finally loses his duel, so a little bit of an opportunity, but Sub Rose is brought so low, he cannot continue forward.
That's right. Now a 4-on-3, we're trying to flush out Kusta towards the connector side. He's playing as very calm. Stewie 2K knows that. He keeps looking at that angle. Going for the pre-fired shot, Kusta is going to have to try to retreat from a flash and a molly to force himself out. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates have grouped up, about to get flanked by nothing with success there on that mid connector. Cutler now with Sabrosa, only at 14 HP for Sabrosa. Cutler does get the kill and the pick onto nothing. Information is given with the bomb, though.
Yeah, and this is the tough part because so many deaths have gone out before even Cutler's able to get involved with the AWP. That's such a critical weapon, and the fact that he's only shot 2 bullets so far in this round, he's just lost too many players. So now it's all out of this defense automatic. Though, even blind. I think that was his own flashbang, so that's a little bit of a mistake. And this bomb is going to get planted by Cutler. Sabrosa's very, very low, though, so this is going to be all on Cutler.
So this was a 4-on-2, now down to a 2-on-2, but Sabrosa tries to jump across. Skadoodle stops him in his tracks with that AWP shot from the market. Him and Stewie2K against Cutler. No more utilities here for Cutler, and nothing as well for Cloud9. Can Cutler get it done? He hears the footsteps. They hear the scope. It's all inside that side. He gets it close range onto Skadoodle. 1 versus 1. The tap on the bomb. Stewie2K is turning around.
Nice peeks by Stewie, though. I mean, really good job just baiting out that second shot.
Wasn't that Kusta?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Why
it was
not? Well,
Kusta
we have
playing
Superman
against
here as
Cutler on a
well,
1 versus
so
1.
I mean, we have a lot of different creative people on screen.
Hey, Clark.
But yeah, I mean, Stewie there just baiting out that shot from Cutler. That first kill from him was very, very good. You could see he couldn't get out of the sight, so he had to play that kind of ring around the rosy around that pillar. And Stewie just using the footstep, using the shots to bait one out, and then he's got his advantage. So 6-0 for Cloud9. That one gets a little bit closer. So at least CLG finds some success. And on top of that, they put a dent in. They started to put a dent in the economy. So if they can continue that forward and run down some of the money, they'll have an opportunity to reset later on.
Indeed, it still have 9. Oh my God, Skadoodle!
That's no good.
Okay. There's still 9 rounds to work with right now for CLG to put something on the board and turn it around. They're not out of this fight yet, but for this round, maybe. Nothing peeking down with his teammate, taking on Ethan to start. But the execution comes back towards A at the connector side, and at jungle it's a trade, 1 for 1. 1 minute advantage at least for Cloud9. That's the Skadoodle at 4 HP. Shroud on the end of the map. Both sides of the map, actually. All 3 of them fall simultaneously for CLG. This is now 7-0. The bonus, at least, is in the favor of CLG.
Yeah, I mean, they have the full losing bonus, so they're going to start building up some money, and they'll start being able to buy pretty decently. I mean, plants are obviously going to help things out, but with that,
which it didn't get.
Yeah, well, this round, it looks like they're going to do, I mean, just another situation where they can build more money for the next round. They can have whatever they want. But, I mean, the tough part is they don't get any kills that round, so that bonus of bringing the previous into a one-on-one is now gone because all the money is building up for Cloud9. And look at this pressure being applied. Yep. The nades come out, the Molotovs come out, but Shroudhead is the first kill, but he can't get anything else. But Cloud9's read it. They're already over here, and they wipe everyone from CLG out.
How fast is that rotation here, Moses?
Yeah, that was sick. They were there very quickly. Well, Shroud actually hears it out pretty early on, as well as one player on Catwalk, but you could see Skadoodle, he gets there very, very fast.
Mm-hmm. There for the support. Automatic is there. The kill from the connector side. They really have this mid control going very well here for Cloud9.
And that's one of the advantages it have. If you have that complete mid control, if there's no pressure there whatsoever and no one's forced back, you have a little bit quicker rotations to different places. You can be a little bit more versatile within the round.
So this is now 8-0, I think, in favor of Cloud9.
Yeah, and it's a tactical pause now, so I mean that's a good call I think for CLG. They have to figure out what they need to do to get back into this, and it's going to start with they have to have some success forcing back or at least holding off mid pressure. But the tough part is now Cloud9 getting so aggressive. This is a couple rounds where we saw Stewie push Palace, we saw Stewie and Nothing push down the A ramp and get a kill. So CLG knows that there's just so much confidence that they're being aggressive all across the map. The tough part is normally you'd say, okay, if you go into a default, everyone's spread out, everyone's watching one spot. But what that actually does is there's only one person watching each spot. So it's a little bit, it's almost like it's supposed to protect against that, but there's a lot of vulnerability there if there's a 2-man push. So they've got to figure out somewhere they need to be very, very decisive and just hit it.
Even for CLG's side, you can't really talk about players or some star players that are young like Ethan and Sabrosa that's able to step up. Everybody pretty much has to step up right now because I guess if we're looking at that scoreboard once we get a chance to get back in game, I don't think we see that many kills coming in from CLG.
Yeah, well, there's been, especially these gun rounds.
There you go.
Yeah, you could see Kusta and Hazed on 1 kill, Sabrosa and Cutler on 2 and 3. I mean, Ethan, he's the best at 5. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of kills going the way of CLG, and that's why you see so much money on the Cloud9 side. I mean, that's a lot of that's 2 to 3 rounds that CLG has to win in a row to be able to burn through all that money.
At the same time, though, we do have the Immortals versus Selfless matchup that's currently happening at the same time as well. Also on Mirage, this is the second map here where Selfless is winning 3-0 so far.
Who won the first map?
The first map, I think, was Immortal 16-14.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's a close game. Selfless is putting up a fight.
Putting up more of a fight than I expected them to. I saw Mitch. I tuned in just for a little bit just to see kind of the score. Mitch was actually having himself a very good game. It looked like just from the scoreboard from what I could see. So
actually, at the same time, I guess Ryu wanted to call you out about the body slam comment yesterday.
Yeah. Ryan and I have a good time. We've been casting EPL together, so we like to take shots at each other here and there. But yeah, that actually surprised me last night as well to see them take out Winter Fox. I was pretty impressed.
Well, now into the 9th round, missing some sounds a little bit. Here it goes, automatic getting the spray onto Sabrosa. This is all towards that catwalk side. They spot another one up towards Tetris. That's Stewie 2K playing from that ticket booth. Counter flash is coming across from the CTs, preventing CLG from moving out. And Stewie 2K gets a better advantage. He spots 2 more, but does not get the spray down. Meanwhile, Cutler has even things up. They're burning down as well, getting flushed out from the mollies, and this is actually looking at a pretty good execute for CLG.
Yeah, I mean, definitely giving themselves a chance at this round, but Skadoodle is going to end it. That's the aggressive style of opping we like to see. You can see Skadoodle there. He goes for the kill. He wants to end it. He's trying to take over this round, and he's helped them out massively by getting just that 1 kill. Ethan is the last one left, and he's got so much to do, and it's not going to happen. Skadoodle on the rotate with 2 big kills, but you could see there's a glimmer of hope there in that round for CLG. A lot more convincing in how they hit early on in this round. And this is the thing, since they know there's been so much mid pressure, they're saying, all right, if Cloud9's devoting 2-3 players towards mid control, then we should have a little bit of an easier time. We know they're going to have to rotate back towards connector, so we can hit this A bomb site, and there will be a moment of weakness, and they're almost able to capitalize on it.
It's still incredible to see the amount of times or how long CLG were also blinded when they were moving inside this site. So some very good counter flashes from Cloud9 to actually prevent CLG from getting any entries into A. Now on to the 10th round. We did have a molly that's going to slow things up a bit at the upper B to start. And we do have Hayes.
I think he was,
yeah, he got spotted by Automatic. Automatic actually had a smoke in his hands, that's why he fell back and threw it down, but the rest of them are going to execute towards the upper B. Automatic at the get right spot. He's trying to line up 2. He gets the first one, trying to continue to spray. Does get 2, but Sabrosa, Ethan, and Hayes get 1 kill each. But then Skadoodle and Stewie 2K makes it a 1-minute advantage just like that. Back in the favor of Cloud9. Sabrosa, they're still trying to flush him out.
I mean, these are sick trades that have put them here, so another opportunity now. And it's going to have to be another young gun. Yesterday it was Ethan. Now it's Sabrosa, one of the new players who's got to come out on top in this 1-on-2. But he's got a couple players to find it. Stewie's going to get the shot first.
That's right. He was stuck behind that bench, trying to creep out a bit. Stayed very silent for both players of Cloud9.
You could see he was hoping Skadoodle was going to take a peek. He was hoping that there was going to be some kind of a mistake from the Cloud9 side of things. And once again, we see this. We touched on it the last time there was a B hit, how fast the rotations are. Well, once this hit comes in, once they're actually streaming off, there's actually 4 players from Cloud9 there. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just so hard to get into the groove of things when Cloud9 has such a quick read on you.
They also already had that angle with the bomb being down as well, so they actually didn't even have to go out and try to peek against Sabrosa. This time now, it is Skadoodle just continuously popping those shots through that smoke at the beginning of the window room. Let's see if we can get lucky through that smoke on Cat. You do have CLG in sort of a mixed buy going on here. They tried to go for the boost, but nothing surprises them.
That's a deny. That just smacks him down. Why not? So still control for Cloud9 all across the map, and it's all on CLG to figure out where exactly they want to go. They have some players in some advanced positions, but the tough part is even when they have these positions, there's not a lot of success coming out of them. And look at this cover going on right now. It's Sabrosa doesn't even get an opportunity. That's a quick shot. And even if Skadoodle misses that, there's a teammate there to recover for him. And it's all down to these last couple players. Kusa with a nice dig. He's doing good damage, but gets 1 kill. Skadoodle's still alive in window, and Cutler with the deagle has got to just fall away. And any damage you can do, if you can get just 1 or 2 more kills, anything at this point is going to help CLG. I think they're almost past the point though where they can reset the economy of Cloud9 with only 4 rounds left in the half. I don't think damaging the economy is really going to do too much anymore.
Yeah, now it's just you got to convert those into rounds. That's it. You have the bonus money, $3,400. You went for sort of a forced buy, but buying smartly because Sabrosa did have an AK. Now he only has a Tech 9. The rest of them did have pistols, so they do have the firepower to work with into this round for CLG. But these 4 rounds are crucial right now for the Terrorist team. They have to win this fight against Skadoodle, really, and take control of that mid.
Well, at least, I mean, this time they got it more by benefit that Cloud9 not really pressuring it a whole lot as much as they have in the past. So a little bit of help from a switch up in the defensive style, but still a long way to go. Very much spread across the map at the moment, and a little bit of pressure up connector from Kusta.
Yeah, and again, utilizing Kusta a lot in this event for his role in terms of like the attempt at the entry fragger going in for them. Kusta looking to fall back, Hayes looking to support him as well. Hayes in a better spot, but nothing still gets the upper hand from the jungle. And this is not a good sign of what I thought would be a close game.
Well, there
here.
just haven't been a whole lot of early battles won by CLG. They haven't even really. There's been no one who's been successful at entry frags, at the opening kill, at picking someone off. A lot of it has to do, I mean, obviously Cutler with the AWP. Ooh, there it is. There's a nice shot onto Stewie as he falls back. So an opening over towards A, but at least now they've equalized things. It's not the first kill, but they've got it down into that 4-on-4, and that could spread the defense until nothing just brings it right back into Cloud9's favor. And Skadoodle, he's going to be quick up there. Nearly hits that shot.
Hopping from the Palace, misses a flash, unfortunately, and he flashes a bit himself. That gives a chance right now for CLG to move out, but you still have nothing moving up on the connector. So he does get a kill. That adds 3 up onto the tally. So he's the only one that's been fragging for this round. Automatic then onto Cutler, traded by Ethan, but then Skadoodle stops him.
This is domination from Cloud9 from everyone individually, just winning all their fights on the rotation. So even if CLG is able, like we saw that round, to even things out in that 4-on-4, even if they're able to get that opening kill, everyone's having so much success against CLG that it just seems like there's not a whole lot of hope, and that's sad. You always want to have hope.
I still do.
That's nice.
Optimistic Van Silly. 12-0 on the scoreline. We are going to continuously do that smoke for that mid side. But interestingly, oh no, he is going to be there. Skadoodle is going to be there. You're probably going to hear him spraying with the AWP as well. And they pretty much utilize their smokes early in this round for Cloud9 at the same time. Pretty much default. Also an Incinerator Grenade inside the Palace. So that's a bit of utilities more and more being wasted now for C9 at the A site. And CLG, we'll see if they'll try to take advantage of that. 120 on the clock. Yeah,
this hit has promise as well, and it's going to get underway right now. And if this timing works out, Skadoodle's going to get that first kill onto Hayes. Stewie's not being burned, so he's not forced out. There's a good shot from Kusta, but Stewie is going to fall. He misses his shot, so Skadoodle's got a job to do. More than anything, he just has to stay alive. It's 2-on-4, and he almost stops the plant through the box.
Yeah, the gun was sticking out there, but he just tried to react a little bit too fast, and now the entries are paying off for CLG. Now it's at a 4 versus 1. Shroud's on his own, and he does not even get 1 kill. But, you know, you wanted them to go for it. They have so much money.
Obviously, as soon as I say there's no hope, they win around. So
at least I said there was
that
hope.
That was the key, I think. Well, I mean, that hit just it looked like it was forming up so well because Cloud9's gone away from this from that kind of heavier mid control, that more pressure to protect against it. So I mean, CLG noticing this, Cutler just kind of plays it a little bit slow. He's all alone. It's a little bit risky, but once he gets in position, you can see how quickly that hit comes in from the A ramp, and that pinch was so difficult to handle from Cloud9.
Skadoodle looking through that smoke again, but it's going to be very fast right now for CLG. They're going to hear the footsteps up on the connector. Nothing stuck at Sandwich. He does get the first kill, but already 4 dying. He gets a headshot onto Sabrosa, and then a 3rd one onto Cutler. And this is where you turn things around and be like, salt in the wound.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts from nothing. The pre-fire on that corner as well, just because he's assuming someone's going to come on the ground, but the transfer up to the top was so quick. That's
Jesus.
Sub Rosa just doesn't know it. That's like,
look at that. Dropping the M4, picking up the AK, getting the other headshot.
He's just welcoming the new guy to the pros. Here we go.
Welcome to the big show. 13-1 Cloud9. Oh man, look, it's so dominant. Resetting CLG, pretty much buying whatever you can now for CLG's side. But thankfully for them, with the amount of bonus that they had, even though they won the last gun round, they'll have enough here for a few AK-47s in this last round, and they will just desperately go out towards this B-bomb site. Shroud is still waiting, nice counter flashes, and also an Incinerator Grenade to keep them from coming out. But here we go as soon as it clears. Behind the bench, it is going to be Shroud, gets the first kill. Automatic and Cutler going to actually, it's Ethan and Cutler going to work, dropping Automatic and Shroud. Now it's a 4-on-2.
Those are some really nice trades that'll make Kusta, who fell at the entry fragger, make him very happy because his death was not in vain. That's a nice shot from nothing, though, and he's still in this round. Stewie as well, coming up catwalk. He actually lands a dink. Actually, that's nothing who takes out Subroza, so this is doable. Nothing's going to come right through the window, but Hayes cleans it out. Hayes smacks back the retake, gets them their second round. So a tough first half, but at least they have 2 rounds to play with.
And at least it was towards the end of the half where they could actually start getting that little bit of a momentum if possible and swing it back. If it was the 2 rounds won at the beginning of the half and then you start seeing this in a 13-2 with Cloud9 pretty much plowing you, it's tough to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, that still doesn't leave him a whole lot of room, obviously. I mean, without not needing to be said, but I'll say it anyways, the pistol round's going to be important. But even after that, I mean, you have to be able to build up so much money. You have to have some very decisive wins early on to be able to build up enough money to last throughout the whole half. So, going to be tough for CLG. But yeah, a little bit of life in those 2 rounds. They seem to kind of start realizing that those faster-paced tactics are a little bit more effective at the moment.
Yeah, now a little too late, though, at this point. We have switched sides. CLG now playing the CTs. So the aggressive plays that they wanted to will not come now in the second half. Cloud9 are moving out from spawn, staying as a group. And it's going to have to be pivotal for CLG's defense here.
Yeah, it's got to be some early wins in these fights. They have to be able to whittle down the force of Cloud9, and actually it's been spotted out already. The flashbang over. Subroza is so blind, and he's all alone here. There's no support.
Not even that.
We talk about how quick the rotations work for Cloud9. It's not there whatsoever for CLG.
Exactly, because Subroza is watching it from the van, but if he sees them coming, he's looking to fall back, but he doesn't even have any support from Market. Nobody's in that window as well. But it is a few trade kills.
And that's just trademark Cloud9. They pick like one half of where this retake is coming in and just be hyper aggressive on it. So they eliminate half of the retake force, and now this just gets so much easier for him. Lisa does get a kill, but nothing else comes from that.
Yeah. So again, they were just focusing too much defense for CLG up towards the A side. 2 guys were at CT spawn. I think one was at jungle. So nobody was at window to try to rotate quickly through the vents to support up Market. So Subroza pretty much didn't have any flashes or smokes or anything to keep them behind.
Well, and the tough part too, if he's looking a little bit deeper into upper B tunnels, he sees that hit coming just maybe a second or 2 earlier.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, where he falls back to, he gets a little bit blind, so he had to just fall back towards bench, but that's like the worst place you can fall back to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you really do get swarmed, especially by a second flashbang coming in. So tough luck for him. 14-2, and that's the all-important pistol round that goes the way of Cloud9, already with a massive lead. The attempted 1D coming out from Hayes is going to miss its initial shot, but there it is. It's a tag from Cutler. Yep.
Now Ethan inside the site. They're moving out from that balcony. Stewie 2K at the sandwich, getting 2K. Cutler still trying to spam through the smoke with the scout. It is going to be a 4-on-3. Bomb will get planted. But CLG don't really know where it has been planted for now. Lots of flashes, lots of utility still in the hands of Cloud9 to just run down this clock on this T side post hold. Nice shot by Skadoodle onto Tetris. The falls. 4-on-2 situation. A jumping scout onto Subroza. It just never ends. It connects onto Cutler as well. All right.
Yeah, they're just they're just having fun now.
Just show me.
Ooh, he gets tagged at the end, but nice round from Stewie with Skadoodle showing off a little bit there at the end. But who else to get those 2 entries so quickly than Stewie?
Amazing.
He just turns it right back into their favor. Ethan, it seemed like he didn't even know what hit him here. And I mean, from now it's what, 15-2 now.
Yeah.
So no more mistakes for CLG, and they just have to buy out every single round. And they're going to be going into this one
defeated. The next one.
Yeah. This might be like start talking about the next map, boys.
I'm pretty sure it started 17 rounds ago.
Yeah, and the tough part is CLG's just have so much success being aggressive that they're just going to come right up the A ramp. And look how fast-paced they are to the next choke point. As soon as they get that first kill, it's move on to the next choke point, get in position to stop the rotations, to maybe surprise someone from CLG, and it's worked. It's down into a 3-on-3, which isn't bad for CLG, but they have no kits. They don't have a lot of utility for this retake.
No armor either. Double scout for CLG. 3 versus 3. Molly being thrown again, keeping CLG back. Managed to salvage an AK-47, but they're going to have to try to walk through smoke. Here it comes with the pop flash for them to try to run through, but they're burning down. All of them are at sub pretty much 15 HP. One of them burning down. And Cloud9 will win this first map versus CLG 16-2.